Sup, my dudes, it's Demi, and today we are at the Magic Kingdom to find out if another Disney World restaurant deserves all the hate. Right behind me is the Plaza Restaurant, and we're gonna be dining here today. This restaurant does not have the best reviews. A lot of people say it is not worth taking time out of your Disney day to make a dining reservation and dine here, but I wanna find that out today. Don't forget, if you missed my Tony's Town Square video, I will link that for you here and put in the description box below to see if that restaurant deserved all the hate. But now let's get into it. Let's finally try the Plaza Restaurant, and let's go get into some hijinks. The Plaza Restaurant serves American fare and is located in the hub right off of Main Street behind the yellow tables and umbrellas. They are open for lunch and dinner, and they do require a dining reservation. The Plaza Restaurant is very small. It is an opening day restaurant here at Magic Kingdom, opened with the park October 1st, 1971. Has the turn of the century style look to it. And look, we're in this beautiful little corner part. I have not dined at the Plaza since December 2019, actually on my birthday, and it was for breakfast, which they no longer serve. And they only serve lunch and dinner. It's the same menu. Let's check it out. First, let's start with the cocktails, because you can drink at Magic Kingdom. It just has to be at a sit-down restaurant. They have mimosa, margarita, martini. They have some beer. They have wine, and they have milkshakes, which is non-alcoholic. For appetizers, they have loaded fries, the soup of the day, the house salad, and the beer-battered onion rings, which were gone actually and came back. For entrees, we have a pot roast stack, shrimp Louis salad, Chipotle barbecue pork sandwich, bacon cheeseburger, chicken Waldorf salad, triple-decker turkey club sandwich, chef salad, an impossible chili burger, and a crispy chicken sandwich. So it is a very basic menu. Nothing like is jumping out at me that I have to get, but we're gonna try a bunch of things and stare at the castle. So I'm with my friend Andrea, aka Disney for Foodies, who you should be following, and she came here last year and she got the Plaza loaded fries, the appetizer, and it was that small, and it's $15 for that. So I asked my server, are the 4 cocktails on this list pre-made? And she told me, and I didn't know this, all the alcoholic beverages in Magic Kingdom are pre-made. I never knew that. I really didn't know. And I will say, for pre-made drinks, these are very expensive. $19.50, $17.50. The cheapest one is $13 for a house-made white sangria. I do want to try one though, so that you can see if it's worth it. And we're going to try the cold brew martini, and it's not espresso, it's cold brew martini, but we're going to try it with dessert later. I'll show you the menu, we'll order something, and we'll get that with dessert because it sounds more desserty. I feel like that could be the best one, potentially, that it's maybe worth $16.50 rather. So we'll see, but let's first order an appetizer. So here is our appetizer. We got the beer-battered onion rings. It comes with mild horseradish and ranch dipping sauce. This is $10, and it was really the only option that I thought was worth getting, because the other thing is just like a small little house salad. The other thing is the soup of the day, which, you know, could change, and it's kind of hot in Orlando for soup. And since we know the fries aren't really worth it, this is what we're trying out today. Also, it's a hidden Mickey, so it gets points for that. Ooh, okay, I'm hyped for some onion rings. I think this is the mild horseradish. Okay, these are good. I'm not a horseradish person. This is actually very mild, and it's actually kind of nice because you're getting like just a little bit of that like harshness to it, but it's pretty good. I think that the onion rings overall, they're good. They're not like anything amazing. I think that the onion isn't that sweet. I think it's crispy, but it's not like the most crispy thing. It's very basic onions. Let's try that's just straight up ranch. I think that the horseradish is better, but you know, it's not terrible. I think it's a nice presentation. I think it's very shareable. I don't think you need to rush over here to get it. I do like that it is, you know, a hidden Mickey as well. So they're not like amazing. You don't have to rush them over here, but like if you're gonna get an appetizer, this is probably your best bet. And they're fine. They're standard. They're nothing too crazy, but they are very, very cute. Our entrees have arrived. First up is the Chipotle barbecue pork sandwich. Apparently, they changed the sauce from barbecue sauce to a Coca-Cola Chipotle barbecue, so it's kind of new. And she said it's kind of like cherry Coke, and it's slow cooked pulled pork and has coleslaw on top. It has potato bun. You can get fries. You can get garlic mashed potatoes. You can get apple slices or green beans as the side. And then we also got the crispy chicken sandwich. It's lightly breaded chicken breast, dill pickle slaw, and a buttermilk ranch on a potato roll. Same thing with the sides. So this time we got the garlic mash. Try that out. That chicken looks a little cooked, but hopefully it tastes okay. Let's give everything a try. I wanted to cut this open so bad. It's tough to cut. Looks like a real crispy piece. Maybe one that's been in the oil a little too long. Maybe the oil hasn't been changed recently. But it is a big piece of meat there. Hopefully it's juicy. Having some trouble with the bread as well. All right, let's cut up the pulled pork. At least that's a little bit easier to cut than the chicken. I mean, it should be. It's shredded pulled pork. You know, for a small restaurant, it's very loud in here. There we go. Pulled pork sandwich. All right, here we go. Now, I love crispy. I love well done or like medium well. Like I like it when it gives me a crunch. But this is burnt and hard and dry, unfortunately. I do like the pickles. Unfortunately, I'm also really just not getting any flavor from the chicken. All the flavor I'm getting is from the ranch and the pickles. As you go toward more the center, it's a little bit more juicy, but like it's very like I took 2 bites and it's like very tough in my tummy, I guess if that makes sense, because it was just really hard to chew. It just feels like a rock is in there. Unfortunately, this was not great. Maybe it was an off day. I don't know. I know that consistency here is, a problem. If you have gotten this before, please let me know in the comments what your experience was like. It not only helps me, but others planning their trips, because maybe I just had an off day. But even if the chicken was cooked correctly, there's just really not much flavor here. The ranch is just like regular plain ranch and pickles, so I wouldn't return to this. But now let's try this garlic mash. If you know me, I love mashed potatoes so much, and I only get them when I go out, so it has to be good. They're okay. They're not like super creamy, like, oh my God, I gotta eat the whole bowl of mashed potatoes, which is what I kind of want always. The garlic flavor and the peppery flavor is really there, but it feels like this has been sitting out for a while. It's a little grainy too. I wish it had more, like, make it more creamier. Not bad, but like, it's very garlicky actually. Actually, I think it might be a little too garlicky, and I love garlic. Not my favorite, unfortunately. I think I would skip getting the mash here as well. Okay, so let's start fresh. We got a new dish here. Let's hope it's good. We got Coca-Cola, barbecue. What could be wrong with Coca-Cola? That's very interesting. I'm definitely tasting that cherry cola she's mentioning. I can taste that, like, there's a hint of the cherry there. The meat's actually very juicy. The bread on the bottom has definitely gotten very soggy. But, pulled pork, so could be forgiven. I wish there was actually more coleslaw to give it a little more crunch, because the crunch that I get with it is really good. Like, I like it with the crunch. It gives it more texture, and I wish there was actually more. I thought there was going to be too much, but there is a little bit of, like, a kick to it. It's not, like, hot, but, like, definitely something more than, like, a chicken sandwich. It's not amazing either. Like, it literally tastes like Coca-Cola. It's so weird. You know what it is, though? It's like that first bite, it tastes like Coca-Cola, and then that goes away, and then it tastes like pork. I don't know how I feel about it. I need a minute. I wanted to see Andrea's opinion. Doesn't seem like she likes it. What's your issue? She just doesn't like it. She just doesn't like it. I was ready for like my foodie, like my Disney for Foodies real food review that she normally does, because Andrea actually like was a chef in a previous life.
I don't like the Coke.
You don't like the Coke flavor. Do you taste the Coke first and then it goes away and then you taste pork? Okay, you have that same experience too. The pork flavor is strong. Yeah, because like you get the Coke and then it kind of goes away, and it's like 2 different flavors happening. Yeah, I don't like hate it, but I don't love it either. Like, I would not get this again, but maybe this is something that people would like. I think if you have gotten this, please let me know in the comments what your thought was. If you do end up coming here, I would love to know if you are considered trying it, because I will say, like, the meat itself was cooked well, it was juicy. Like, there's something really wrong with it. It just, the flavoring is probably like something where it's like you're either gonna like it or you don't. But what I just don't like is that the flavor hits you and then it like changes flavor on me, if that makes any sense. So let me know in the comments what you think. But also we have to try out the fries. They're like big steak fries. You know what? It was crispy. It's a regular fry, nothing wrong with it. Definitely better than the mashed potatoes. Are these the same fries that you get with the appetizer fries? Yep, these are the same fries. So you're gonna get like big steak fries if you do the appetizer. Again, you know, as we saw, it was a small portion for it, but yeah, okay. You know, not the worst thing. Not my personal favorite. Again, let me know in the comments if you've gotten it. But remember, if you got it with just regular barbecue, make sure to disclose that information so we know what the actual truth is of the Coca-Cola barbecue. All right, now let's check out the dessert menu and get some desserts. So here is the dessert menu. So while you can do the hand-dipped milkshakes that we saw on the previous menu that come from Plaza, they do have 3 exclusive to this restaurant, which is the chocolate pecan brownie, the key lime pie, and the strawberry shortcake. And then for the non-sundaes, we have a new s'mores cake. This will change seasonally. The rest is not new. We have the cotton candy cheesecake, the Plaza Restaurant sundae, the original banana split, and the dark chocolate banana bread pudding with soy milk frozen dessert, which is vegan, or a brownie sundae. Okay, this is fun. It's not the best view, but you can kind of see the Festival of Fantasy parade from here if you get a window view. I see Elsa! I see Elsa! Oh my gosh, it's Rapunzel! Look, it's Ariel! Oh my gosh, it's Mickey Mouse! This is amazing. Here is our dessert as promised. We got the pre-made cold brew martini. It's not espresso. It's chocolate rum, coffee liqueur, and Joffrey's cold brew for $16.50. And I'm trying to be positive, but I'm looking at it already and it looks pretty watery, but we will give it its fair shot. And we got the s'mores cake. It's chocolate cake with chocolate ganache, toasted graham cracker crumbs, and toasted marshmallow mousse. Now, because Andrea is Disney for Foodies and knows everything, basically the chocolate cake part stays the same seasonally, and then the toppings and stuff are kind of different. That's usually what's kind of happening here, maybe different. So for Halloween, it'll be that, but with carrot cake topping, so we'll have the same base and we'll try it out. But I love a s'more, so let's give it a try. All right, let's open her up. It's very ooey gooey. I'm very excited to try this. All right, but first, I am so curious about this martini. I'm really only getting just the coffee liqueur taste. Maybe if I give it a mix. Yeah, I'm not sure. You need to try this because it's I'm getting a lot of the liqueur taste and I'm not, it's just it doesn't have it doesn't taste like a cocktail. It's just I feel like I'm tasting just coffee liqueur. Yeah, you are too? Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is pre-made, so that's what's going to happen. Yeah, I think it's the chocolate rum that I'm tasting. I don't hate it, but I don't like it really either. It just doesn't really have much to it. Yes, it needs more coffee because that's what it is. I'm tasting just that liqueur taste, and I'm not getting any of the coffee. I know it's not espresso, I know it's cold brew, but still, cold brew is concentrated to then, be put into into ice, or to chill rather, so that it's strong when you do put ice in it, or if you don't put ice in it, it's even stronger. So I'm not really getting any of the Joffrey's. That literally could be a Joffrey's thing. Joffrey's does not have the strongest cold brew. I don't know if they made it with something else, but they don't. That's what they make it with, and fortunately, I would not recommend it at the price of $16.50. Maybe if it was $7, maybe, but not for $16.50. All right, it is s'mores cake time. A little bit of everything. I'm not sure what I'm tasting. There's something in here. Is that? No. Is this? No. Is it just the chocolate sauce? Is it the cake? There is a chocolate flavor in here, or some flavor in here that tastes a little off. I'm not sure. Is it the graham cracker? There's a flavor in here that when everything on its own that I tried isn't bad, but maybe all together there's creating there's different types of chocolate all in this, and I think all together they're not blending well. It's also very rich, very chocolatey, very sugary chocolate. Chocolate cake, personally, I think should be, if you want a slice of chocolate cake and you want to be able to actually eat the whole cake, it shouldn't be super rich, because if it's super rich, you're going to only have a couple of bites, right? I mean, unless that's what you're into. But I don't know. There's some chocolate flavor in here that I'm just not a fan of. I think it's maybe just the kind of chocolate. This tastes like syrup from like Plaza ice cream. I think it's the syrup. I think it's just like very generic chocolate syrup, and it's just not going really well with the stuff that's in here. I'm sorry, I'm trying to really come up with like a correct answer here. I'm not sure if this is a me thing or if this is a problem with the actual cake, but I think I don't particularly am not enjoying all these flavors together. I'm gonna have Andrea try it so we get another opinion. Well, she just took a bite, immediately went like this. Is it the kind of chocolate that they're using? Because that's what I think is going on. It's the mousse that's not, she says the chocolate mousse is not good. The toasted marshmallow is probably my favorite part of the entire dish. There's a lot of chocolate. It's very sugary rich. Fudgy cake, yeah. It's just a lot of fudge. And there's too many different chocolate things in there. And I think because they all taste a little bit different, they're not blending well together. I remember the first bite I had, it wasn't what I wanted or was hoping for. Well, you know, this is why we do these videos. Sometimes, you know, restaurants surprise you, like Tony's Town Square with that garlic bread tower, and sometimes, you know, sometimes we get a chocolate cake that we don't really enjoy that much, but I'm glad we did it. So maybe seasonally, since it's the same cake and it's something else, maybe if it's not this, try it and see maybe if it's better. Or if you're here during the time of the s'mores, tell us what you think, if you've gotten it. If you disagree with us, it always helps to hear other opinions. But because the cake is always the same, you know, maybe it's just this combination that's not working. But now we know. Whew, I am so full though. Well, here is our bill for everything we ordered, $83.60. You know, like for Disney prices, it's like pretty average, right? This isn't like a fancy restaurant, but you know that those drinks are where it's really going to get you. But $25 for an entree really isn't the worst in Disney. $17, especially for this pork sandwich. It's going to be definitely a more affordable option if you want to do a sit-down restaurant. But it's up to you if you want to take time out of your day and eat here now that you've seen what they serve. Well, my dudes, that was the Plaza Restaurant here in the Magic Kingdom. I think this restaurant is a good idea if you are a person who really wants to do a sit-down restaurant in the middle of your park day and you really do not want to even take a walk over to the Contemporary, to like Steakhouse 71, or take the boat over the Grand Floridian or to the Polynesian, to their restaurants, which you're always gonna have better restaurants at the resorts. And you really just want like a salad. Like you don't want like a quick service thing. You want like a nice like atmosphere, and you want a salad, maybe the turkey club, maybe some onion rings, because those are pretty good. And then that'll definitely make you happy here. I think that this restaurant is just like, it could be really good. And it just was very disappointing, unfortunately. That chicken was so overcooked. I don't know if it was a me thing or if it is the seasoning on the pulled pork, but it's just so funny how like you taste the Coke and then it changes. It was very jarring. I don't know how I feel about that. Again, if that could be a me thing, but I personally did not enjoy it. I think the onion rings were definitely the best thing today. They weren't even that amazing though. Dessert was very rich, but you could always get, you know, sundaes at the Plaza and not have to get a dining reservation for this. And it's hard to get a dining reservation sometimes here because it's a tight restaurant, though we were able to get it, you know, the next day. So you always check, you know, dining reservations will always open up, but I don't think I would say this is the restaurant to go to in Magic Kingdom if you really want to stay in Magic Kingdom to eat. I think definitely check out my Tony's Town Square video, check out my Diamond Horseshoe video. I think if you really want that sit-down feel, you'll have maybe better experiences at those places. But let me know in the comments, would you dine at the Plaza Restaurant? Have you dined at the Plaza Restaurant? What was your experience like? It not only helps me, but others planning their trips in the future. And we want to hear all about your experience, because maybe we just had an off day. The thing is about some of these restaurants, it's the inconsistencies of it all, right? But let me know in the comments. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you did like this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification so you don't miss anything that goes on this channel. Follow me on Instagram at Magical Hijinx. Check out the Patreon if you like this dining review and my other dining reviews. please consider joining us over on Patreon. It not only helps me to be able to continue doing these types of videos, but you also get benefits like a free dining guide to Walt Disney World by the one and only Disney for Foodies who I was with today, exclusive videos, exclusive lives, and so much more. And you'll be helping me to continue bringing you great content again like this to this channel. And until next time, my dudes, I hope you guys get to some hijinks very, very soon. Bye-bye.